beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jeff. NC State with the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense heads onto the field for the first possession of this game. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have 2 guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got 2 very...
Turning it on! And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The Irish, after ripping off a huge chunk on the ground, will try to keep Big Mo rolling. On the option. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Throwing right. It's complete. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. From the gun, they'll try the middle. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Finds his big tight end. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. The Wolfpack offense comes out, and they'll go on the attack for the first time today. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Here comes the heat. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back. The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the final 53 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Rides the back and leaves it. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Out of the backfield, he's open. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. They went up top to pick up the last first down. Let's see what they have here. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly to the tight end. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking to throw. It's complete to the right. Tripped up for the tackle. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Slithers into space. There he goes. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Got his man downfield. All out of space. Touchdown, NC State. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Floats it out in space. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. Quarterback on the keeper. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Pulls and fires complete. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Off play action. Stands in and takes the hit. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
Third and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Looking to fire. Zings it complete to the right. And without that spin move, I'm not sure he would have gone very far at all, but a solid pickup on the play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Quickly complete. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll send the tight end in motion. Leaves it with the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Oh, they're after him! Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. It's Armstrong. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Wide open downfield. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Wide receiver going in motion. This time they'll go to the running game. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. That pass is incomplete. So now it's second and long. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man in the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Fires complete on the crosser. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Power football with the run. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Second down, they'll go to the air. Hauls it in. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. He'll take a shot. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. The official says no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
Man, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make great. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Off play action on first down. A strike downfield. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Nice play there. And I know when you think Notre Dame football, you're thinking about running the football and all those NFL offensive linemen they have, but when you've got playmakers like him on the perimeter, you've got to be able to take advantage of him. This guy has the chance to play on Sundays. He's too good. If you've got a window to throw and that guy's out running a route, give him an opportunity.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. He'll pull it on the read. Across the 25. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Notre Dame lines up quickly. From the red zone, looking for a man. It's on target and complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And I think this offense is going to start to get a little frustrated. Back-to-back drives, they've had some success, but they find a way to shoot themselves in the foot. And right here, they don't protect their guy. And now, 3rd and long situation, you know the pass rushers are coming. They know it's a pass. Got to be smart here with this play call.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He'll do it himself. He is stopped well short of the first down marker at the 15, and let's see what they do on 4th. They'll send out the kicker here. He splits the uprights, and with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. He's sacked. He'll lose a couple on that one as he tried to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And a big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. Gets the back moving. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Offense set on 1st down. Wants to pass. Finds his target down the middle. And they'll knock him down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Breaks into the open. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
The offense just continues to matriculate the ball downfield, and they're finding a lot of different ways to generate these first downs. They do it right there on the quarterback sneak.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
So the offense gets an automatic first down after the roughing the passer penalty. They'll try the run. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. They'll run play action. It's complete on the right side. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. Pulls it in. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. Sends it back in motion. Gets it to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on 2nd down. Just keep slinging it. Plucks it out of the air. Around and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. NC State will pick up the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
They're trying to slam it in. Touchdown, North Carolina State! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. TCU is ahead right now, but it's not like they have LaDainian Tomlinson out there. This group needs to keep building on this lead. They're up by 7 over Texas Tech. Sun Belt, Fun Belt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Turning it on! A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Man, this guy has had an amazing year all season long. He has stepped up and made plays for his team when they needed it most. And with that last completion, he's now crossed 4,000 yards passing for the year.
Notre Dame now operating in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's got it. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Touchdown, Notre Dame! A great catch and run for 6.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. It's complete to the left. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. He's got it. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on first down. Finds a tight end. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Back to pass on second down. Right on the money. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Looking to throw on first down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Now with just a few seconds left, not enough time to run another play, but there is time to kick a field goal and take the lead. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And we are dead even here in the second.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
On the move from inside his 5. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
And it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in South Bend. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line.
Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped offside.
Offside. Defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Off the RPO, complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They'll operate out of split backs. Now the play fake. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. Just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. Finds a tight end. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third Makes the grab on the left. Open space at the 25. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
That route is a man beater, and the quarterback knew exactly where to go with it. He got the look he wanted, put it out in front of the receiver, let him do the rest, yards after the catch, setting up first and goal.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The Irish generating heat from the linebacker position. A Mike Stonebreaker, Manti Te'o type play.
Hey, when you can get linebackers that can get after the quarterback, that can be a force on first, second, and third down, get in the quarterback's face, make his life heck. Really nice job by the linebacker there.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. On third and goal, they'll throw it. He wants it all. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Third and goal situation, and as a quarterback, you're thinking, I gotta find Mr. Dependable. Who is that? It's always the tight end. He does a nice job on the route. He's a really big target. That was a smart decision by the quarterback, and it ends up being a touchdown.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Notre Dame right back to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Working that left side now. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Hold offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Trying play action. Got his man quickly. On his feet at the 40. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. This dude is putting up numbers. He just cracked the 150 mark in receiving yards.
Man, he's a weapon, Reese. He runs routes, he's fast, he's great with the football in his hands, and he can line up in a lot of different spots and run the entire route tree. I mean, what can't this guy do?
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. from inside the red zone. Finds his man. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Brings up second down.
Lost to throw again. Got his man on the outside. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll keep it himself. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Lets it go to the end zone. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Off the play fake on 1st down. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit. And you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Lost the fire on 2nd down. Makes the catch. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Can't make the grab in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down. Doesn't convert this time. Punt is in the air on 4th down. He's got it. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Running back searching for a hole. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Notre Dame has made this 2nd down play much more difficult after going backwards. Back to pass. Oh, does he turn that loose down the middle? Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. Touchdown, Irish! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, you could make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. Kansas is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Big J isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 4 over Oklahoma State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. They'll give it to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Here come the Irish back on offense. They tied it up with a touchdown drive, got some good work from their defense, and the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Armstrong. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down. Got a man. It's Armstrong. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. From the gun. Right down the middle. He's got an open man. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. And after that strong play on first down, they're right on the cusp of a score, second and goal. Trying to surge it in. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. How good have they been on third down today, and another opportunity here on third and goal. Moving out of the pocket. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. NC State might think about going for a big one on second and short. They go to the ground. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. He'll keep it on the sneak.
Yeah, no mystery there. Third down, just let the quarterback keep it himself. How about the push up front by the offensive line to help get that first?
Wants to throw on first down. He's open on the right. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
And that's why quarterbacks take their offensive lines out for all-you-can-eat wings. Clean pocket, able to step up, scan the entire field, and pick the open receiver.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. Second down, he'll throw it. Got his man. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a third down and 3.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. Finds us back in the middle. Looks like the Wolfpack will pick up the first down. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. Gives it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Got some work to do on second down after that last one. They need 13. Got it behind the line. It's Schaefer. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. Enormous play coming right here. Third down, and this crowd is bringing down the house. Deep shot for the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And look, obviously you would have loved to score a touchdown there, but you did the important thing. Kicked a field goal, you're now within 1 possession. Can your defense get you the football back, and can your offense drive the field and put it in the end zone? This is what you practice for. Let's see if they can go execute, fellas.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. The RPO, it's complete. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. There he goes! And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Breaks the tackle. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Illegal blocking. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Turning on the Jets. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. Quarterback on the keeper. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they take it in for 6 more points. You can see it on the sideline. They've built a comfortable fourth-quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Kansas is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Big J isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 4 over Oklahoma State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 clash of the Titans, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's got him. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. The Wolfpack with a lot of options on second and short. Looking to fire. Oh, he makes the catch. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. To the air on first down. Looking left. It's caught. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Let's talk for a second about NC State. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. He caught it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
So the first part of the job is done. They got the touchdown. Now for the 2 to make it a field goal game. They'll go to the air. Fire into the right, complete. Into the end zone, the 2-point conversion is good if it stands. There is a penalty marker on the play. When you're trying to protect the lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
more defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.